But this is someone that I do want to go to jail. This is a horrible, the worst kind of nurse. So this next story, they found a video of a nurse that does the child care at home, so home care with a child, and he was abusive, physically abusive. He was neglecting the child, and he was also abusive. So there's going to be a video, but let me give you just some context of what the situation is. So this is happening in California. The male nurse here in the video that you're about to see is taking care of the child, and the child is just 6 years old, and he has been diagnosed with CHARGE syndrome. CHARGE syndrome is something that you're born with, and it is a horrific illness. If you don't know what it is, it includes symptoms such as ear abnormalities, heart defects, eye abnormalities, and growth retardation, among others, according to the National Institute of Health. So due to this order, the boy, the 6-year-old, has a difficult time speaking, hearing, and has a feeding tube. So knowing that this kid can't talk, has a hard time hearing, can't communicate, so he can't tell the parents how he's feeling. He can't tell the parents the craziness that has been going on in the house when they weren't there with this crazy, insane nurse. Who knows how long this has been going on, right? That's the question. That's what everyone wants to know, because the only reason they got this footage is because the mom had noticed that the kid, no bruises, no, skin tears, nothing physically wrong. She didn't notice any physical wrong. She just noticed that he became just more violent. He was just more violent in the house, doing crazy things that just wasn't his MO, right? She didn't know if this was something that the caretakers, the nurses were doing, or if it was just too much TV. So she did put up a camera. And in less than a week, this is what came from the camera. So we don't know how long this has been happening. The fact that it's a nurse, really, it aches me, it pains me. You get into this profession because you want to care, because you want to help people. If you get into this profession, and I don't know what the situation is with that family, with that situation. Maybe it's the hardest job in the world. Maybe that kid is impossible to take care of. But if it is, get up and leave. You're a nurse. You can find a job anywhere, anytime. Just put in your application. You will get a job. If you can't, then you're not trying. But that's not the point. That's not the point. And also, side note, it hurts a little bit more because he's a male nurse. I love kids. I love taking care of kids. But this, when people see shit like this, it's just another reason for people to not want to have male nurses around their children, right? You're fucking it up for all of us, all right? Anyways. It's hard. I hate seeing nurses do horrible things to patients. It's one thing to be just a mean person. But when you are a nurse, you're taking care of the most vulnerable people on the planet. It doesn't matter if it's a kid that can't talk, can't speak. It doesn't matter if it's a 90-year-old grown lady who's having dementia and won't remember anything. When you take advantage of these people in any way, emotionally, physically, financially, you are just the worst kind of human being. Just understand that. You're the worst kind of human being. If you're going to be a douchebag to someone who can fight back. If you're going to be doing all this craziness to people who don't have a say, who can't stand up for themselves, who can't even ask for help, you're the worst. You're the absolute worst. And it's disgusting.